Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about Mario and it happening again. Before we get into this, I want to point some things out. We're going to talk about this as if it was what it appears to be. However, it's important to note we don't actually know that yet. That isn't confirmed. It certainly appears that way, but we don't know that yet. I normally wouldn't make a video like this quickly until we have all the information, but because the video of the incident was released, people are going to be talking about it today. And whether or not this was what it appears to be, there are a couple of things that need to be in that conversation. Because if it wasn't, this is the perfect teachable moment to stop it from happening. Okay, so what am I talking about, right? Mario Gonzalez, man in his 20s in California. He was handcuffed, face down, and held down by officers. You know what happened. There are some differences between this and Floyd. This happened faster. Just so you know, I'm not making this up on the fly to fit a current incident. The first time I talked about positional asphyxiation on this channel was in 2018. In it, I say if it's somebody Eric Garner's size, they might die. Weight has a lot to do with it. Mario was a big guy. When people talk about weight, they always think about the weight of the officer. The weight of the subject matters as well. In this incident, you actually had an officer say, no weight on his chest, trying to avoid what it appears happened. When you're talking about bigger people, it doesn't take a lot of weight. In fact, it can happen with no weight. This needs to be a part of the conversation. I believe the same officer suggested rolling him on his side, putting him into the recovery position. That relieves the pressure. It takes him out of the position that is likely to cause positional asphyxiation. Another officer said something to the effect of, I don't want to lose what I got, talking about his grip. So they didn't. A couple of points here. If you're a cop or you know somebody who's a cop, listen up and listen up good. First, your grip doesn't matter. Your grip doesn't matter. How many times you say stop resisting or stop moving or stop squirming doesn't matter. How many times you press down on them harder doesn't matter. They will not stop. It's involuntary. You're literally killing them. They're in a fight for their life. The other point is that if an officer suggests rolling somebody into the recovery position, you do it. No questions asked. It doesn't matter what you see. They may see something you don't. Put that into any other situation. If your partner yells gun, you pull yours, right? Even though you don't see one, because they may see something you don't. Same thing applies. Those are the three things that need to be in this conversation. People who are succumbing to this, they will not stop squirming simply because the officer says stop resisting. It's involuntary. If the officer is holding somebody down and waits for them to stop squirming, it's because they died. If you wait for them to stop moving to let up on them, 100% of the time you will kill them. Weight has a lot to do with it, and you always put them in the recovery position. These three things need to be talked about when this conversation occurs. I know people are going to want to know what I think about charges. We don't have all the information yet. It appears to be this. There are other things it could have been, and I'm not going to speculate until we actually have all of the information. This conversation about positional asphyxiation is going to occur. This is the time to get that information out. Those 3 points need to be brought up in the conversations. People need to know this. Most importantly, officers need to know this. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.